It appears that the former royal known as Prince Harry now seems apparently terrified of his father Prince Charles. But what's brought this on? Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Lovely to see you today. I hope you're all keeping well. Thank you so much for all your kind comments about the story regarding the 80s pop sensation Rick Astley. Really enjoyed making that short video for you. It's lovely, isn't it, when you bring back a memory with music. I won't frighten you, because I don't know if you find this, but when they tell you when the record was released and you think, oh yeah, it's not that long ago, and then you see it's like 30 odd plus years and you think, really? Can't believe it. Where's that time gone? And I think that's the problem with pop stars, isn't it? They're always trapped in time on your poster, on your wall, or on that album sleeve that you've still got somewhere in the vinyl collection. Of course, they're not allowed to get old. Well, we've not got old, are we? We're still boomers, as they call us. Is that right? Is that the new phrase? I'm not sure. Back as ever, though, to your breaking ball story of the day. On a more serious note, as we now know, Prince Harry recently tried to make a return back to the United Kingdom because apparently he's missing it, and we told you that he's slightly homesick. And more importantly, of course, he's more concerned about security. We saw that, if you recall, when he had to take private jets everywhere because he wasn't apparently safe just with the mere mortals on commercial flights. Oh no, certainly not for Harry and Meghan to sit with the mere mortals, is it? But now, of course, he was looking for security. But here's where the story got really interesting for me, and let me really explain the background to this. As we know, Prince Harry and Meghan undertook that interview with Oprah Winfrey, and they whinged on forever about all the problems that they disliked about living in England. The British monarchy allegedly have racist overtones because somebody dared to ask the colour of the baby's skin, the usual thing. It never went off, did it? But more importantly now, one thing that's really shocked Harry and Meghan is this. As we now know, His Royal Highness Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, sadly was stripped of his military titles. Now, that particular person is none other than the former royal Prince Harry. And let me give you the background to this. This is because, as we now know, Prince Andrew recently got stripped of his titles and, of course, his HRH, and is now simply a private citizen. Rather alarming. Now, you can imagine, of course, for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they trade heavily on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. It's their brand, if you like. I love it when they put things out and it's from the office of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But let's not forget, everybody, apparently, as we've often quoted here on the show, Meghan Markle openly said on national and worldwide television that titles meant nothing to her. She was used to seeing celebrities all the time. So indeed, why does she need the title to trade, if you like? But what's frightened Harry is how swiftly Prince Andrew was removed. And according to a very good source, he's really concerned as the fact that, well, if Charles could do that to his younger brother, perhaps things might not be as solid as Prince Harry originally thought, allegedly. Now, it is interesting because, obviously, as we've told you many times also on the show, Prince Charles seemingly wants to slim down the monarchy. It's happening really without him having to do it, but there you go. And I think on a more serious note, when you think about it, there's going to be a big pushback from over here in the United Kingdom, the British public, who simply do not want the British monarchy trading to make a living. So for him and the firm to survive, Prince Charles is going to have to be brutal. So one of those brutalities could simply be, in the end, to remove their titles, that is, Harry and Meghan. Now, the year comes up in March this year. That's when the review actually comes up and will be placed in front of our gracious Majesty the Queen. Will March be the month that they too could then revert back to being just simple citizens? Obviously, Harry and Meghan. Now, a lot of people say, well, their brand is bigger than them. They don't need the titles. Well, if that's the case, the feeling over here in the United Kingdom is, don't use them then. Trade alone. Interesting to see how this will develop, and as ever, once I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.